Francis!
Grabe ka.
Kumusta ka?
Okay naman. I'm okay. Kamusta?
Wow!
Long time no see.
Japanese. Ang napaka-international naman natin ngayon. Ikausap akong Hapon.
Actually, ano to? Korea to Korea. Hinto Japan.
Talaga ba? Ano ba yun? Hindi ko na alam ang difference. Pasensya ka na kasi ano ako ngayon langgam ako ngayon. Kaya nandito ako sa damuhan.
Nasa Talahiban ka ba?
Oo, Talahiban.
ang tataas ng Talahib. Magupit-gupit ka ng damo minsan.
Kaya nga, kasi nagkamali nga ako ng oras sa iyo eh. Nalimot ko na 6 hours pala ang difference ko. Ay, tama ba? Oo, tama. At tagal natin di nagkita ah. Di ba? Simula nung nag-OFW ka na. Nauna ka sa akin eh. Di ba?
No,
as early as 2011 ata or 2012 ka umalis?
2012. Anong year ka ba nag-OFW?
2015.
So nakakatatong taon na pala ako.
Nasa Singapore ka na noon ng panahon na yon na kaya napaisip na rin ako sa ano pala ang magagawa ang buhay ko dito sa Pilipinas. It's like, pag-abroad na nga.
Buti pala naisip mo.
Hindi, walang opportunity kasi sa akin. Para sa akin, pero I'm sure sa ibang mga tao maraming opportunities. Well, anyway, so yon, thank you. First of all, thank you sa pagpayag na maging guest ko dito sa aking YouTube channel. Bukas viral ka na.
Ay, hindi ko alam na pwedeng tumanggi.
Namilit eh.
Alam ko no choice.
Hindi naman.
Thank you for having me on your YouTube channel.
You're always welcome.
I'm a subscriber.
Wow, yay! Thank you very much. Meron ako isang subscriber. Hindi.
1 in a million. 1 in a million subscribers.
Hindi kasi itong content na to is very ang target talaga natin is to make it informative lalo na sa ating mga Filipino migrant workers. Tinatawag nga nating OFWs. 'Di ba? Alam mo, recently nung nalaman ko lang na ang total number pala natin ng mga Filipinos na nagtatrabaho abroad ay nasa 10 million na. So, 10 million na Filipino nakakalat sa buong mundo. At
documented. May mga undocumented pa.
Sa bagay, oo nga no. 10 million yung na-record, di ba? Na-documented. Pero yung mga, syempre may mga umaalis din na hindi properly documented. Tama. Malay mo, mas malaki pa talaga ang number.
Mas madami pa.
Kahit saan naman di ba? Diyan din sa Japan meron din.
Meron din, but I think mas mahirap dito.
Ang magiging topic talaga ng ating content for today, especially dito sa ating, ang tawag sa topic na to ay OFW Diaries. So,
wow.
So, alam mo na from the title, mangkakalkal ako ng buhay mo dyan sa Japan, di ba?
Bago pa lang naman.
Malalaman na ng mga audience ko na dati kang hosto dyan sa Japan.
Kumabata ba na kaya tumigil na ako.
Hindi, joke lang. But anyway, tawag dito, very light lang yung mga questions ko sa iyo para lang ma-motivate or ma-inspire ang ating mga fellow OFWs. At saka malaman din ng mga family members, especially yung mga may maling perception sa mga OFWs na mga makakapanood ng videos na to, kung ano ba talaga ang buhay natin dito sa ibang bansa, di ba? So with that, pwede bang magpakilala ka muna sa ating mga viewers? By, of course, just stating if you want your full name or kung nickname lang, ganyan. Tapos, civil status mo, single ka pa ba? Or anong current work mo ngayon? And gaano katagal ka ng OFW?
Okay. So, I'll just give my name. Baka may mag-stalk sa akin. Hindi, joke lang.
Okay.
My name is Francis. Pero yung mga ibang friends ko, they call me Kiko. But si Vlad, kilala ko as Francis, right? So, I am in Tokyo, Japan. And ano yan? Single. Never been married.
Marami na mag-stalk sa'yo after nito.
Never been married. Ano ba? How long have I been an OFW?
Yes.
I have been an OFW for almost 10 years. So like 9 years na.
Wow! Grabe. Mag-isang dekada ka nung wala sa Pinas. Pero,
I wait. Yeah. 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 8 years straight outside of the Philippines.
Talaga? Grabe ka.
And I'm working as an English instructor for a language center.
Nice. Pwede mo bang banggitin ko sino employer mo? Hindi.
I guess it's okay. I work at Berlitz. Berlitz, Japan.
Oh, wow. Grabe ang integrity ng Berlitz, ha? Di ba ginagamit yan sa sa mga BPO industry sa Pilipinas?
Oo, narinig ko. Parang trainers nila.
Hindi mo na-experience sa Pilipinas? Di ba nag-work ka rin sa Pilipinas?
Nag-work din ako sa Philippines, pero yung trainer
yung mga language exams, walang ganon sa inyo?
Walang ganon.
Okay. Ako na-experience ko Berlitz.
Oh, really?
Oo, sa call centers kasi it's either Berlitz or ano pa yung isa yung competition nyo? Dalawa yan eh.
I don't know sa Philippines. Versant. Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko
ganun nata. Berlitz tsaka Versant. Parang ganun. Parehas ko na-experience yan. Pero yung Berlitz talagang ang hirap. As in, parang may time, may time ata na bumagsak ako niyan nung bago pa lang ako. Kaya sabi ko, tinandaan ko talaga yung Berlitz na yan. Sabi ko, hirap yung exam na to. So nalaman ko na...
Hindi pala ako taga Berlitz.
Hindi, pero good thing naman kasi talagang malaking malaking part sa recruitment process sa Pilipinas. Talagang masasala talaga ang mga applicants, lalo na sa BPO industry. All right. So thank you for your brief introduction, Mr. Sazon. Sinabi ko.
Walang hiya.
Hindi, si Kiko. Sanay kasi
Francis
ako sa Francis na lang. Okay.
Francis na lang.
So talking about yung previous job mo, Francis, sa Pilipinas, before ka mag-OFW, ano ba naging trabaho mo?
Very similar to what I'm doing now, except everything was online. So I was an online English teacher. That time, most of the students were from Europe. So Italians, French, Polish, ano ba? Basta, mga Europeans. Pero 100% online.
So, what made you decide to work abroad?
I think that time I was turning 29. I was turning 29 or 30. And then I decided, if I'm not going to do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I said, before I turn 30, I would like to at least try finding a job overseas. So when I turned 29, I guess, I decided. And I had friends in Singapore then, Atenons, and then I had other friends from college who were there at that time. So I said, if they could find a job there, then maybe I could find one too. So I decided to go to Singapore.
Oo nga. I remember marami tayong mga friends, lalo na sa sa community natin na nandun sa Singapore during that time. No? You have a family member din na nasa Australia, di ba? Tama? Si Ate Princess mo. So, ano ba yun? Isa ba yun sa mga naging motivation mo to work abroad?
Di naman. I think yung
kasi
time ko sa
Australia,
yung time ko sa Australia, that yun yung parang yung reason for going to Australia was for me to eventually live there. So that was the plan, like to live and stay in Australia after studying. But it was my first time overseas, like staying overseas for a very long time, and I got homesick. So I decided to just go home, which was very stupid. A stupid decision that I regret. But the good thing about this was, before I went back to the Philippines, my sister booked a flight, a Singapore airline flight. So it had to go to Singapore first and then to the Philippines. So before I went back to the Philippines, I stayed in Singapore for like 4 days. I stayed at Atenon's place. And then she toured me around Singapore for like 3 days. During that time, I kind of imagined myself living in Singapore or working in Singapore. Like, what if I tried staying in Singapore and working in Singapore? So without that experience, maybe hindi ko itutuloy or hindi ko sasabihin na sige magtrabaho sa overseas. But I think that experience made me realize na maybe I could work and live overseas.
Okay. So did you have any expectation ba in becoming an OFW?
My expectation was that I would be getting a lot of money. But yun yung isa sa mga motivating factors why Filipinos would like to go abroad, right?
O baka naging motivation mo rin yung makapagpadala ng balikbayan box.
Hindi ko inisip magpadala. Ako, kilala naman yata ako ng mga tao na kuripot.
Kuripot. Okay.
Hindi ako nag-dream na magpapadala ako ng balikbayan box for other people. It's more of like maybe experiencing the life abroad, interacting with people from different countries, and being independent. Because before I went to Singapore, I was living with my family. I was living at my mom's house, and I wasn't really independent, diba? So that's my first time to really live by myself, so technically, and to do things on my own. So that's also part of the appeal of being an OFW or living overseas.
How did you get hired ba sa Singapore?
Actually, a little bit. Ngayon, I think, hindi na pwede. But before, pwede pa. So, hindi naman illegal. So, I went to Singapore with a tourist visa. And a lot of people used to do that. So, justifying.
Correct.
Gina-justify ko lang na hindi illegal yung ginawa. So, I had enough money for like 2 months to stay in Singapore. Singapore, as everyone knows, it's a very expensive country to live in. And I stayed in a transient house, which cost, I don't know, at that time, 700 Singapore dollars.
For 2 months?
For 1 month.
Okay.
Pero I was living, I shared a room with 7 other people, and alam mo yun, sobrang grabe. Anyway, so I told myself that I'd be staying there. I am giving myself 2 months to find a job. So I stayed
Did you make it
in that place,
months?
And yes, I just kept on emailing companies and answering interviews. Going on interviews. Online interviews nga. So I don't think, hindi naman kailangan pala pumunta ng Singapore kasi yung interviews was Skype.
Online. Gumastos ka
funny.
pa.
Mastos pa ako. Inubos ko pa yung savings ko nung bata.
But you needed that.
Pero
kasi nga, just in case they would ask you to show up, di ba? Sa office.
To show up then. So mas okay na rin nandun.
Correct. And
pero yun nga, pero walang guarantee, di ba? So nung nandun ako, parang hindi ko alam kung magkakatrabaho ako, hindi. So every day was like, am I gonna make it? Counting down the days until the visa expires, because like we're allowed to stay in Singapore for 30 days, and then after that you have to exit and then come back, right? So I went to Malaysia to exit once. Tapos that time medyo pa-strict na eh. Strict na. So, medyo nakikita ng immigration, sandali, anong ginagawa mo? Ba't kayo nag-extend? Right? So, buti naman, the end of the second month, sakto, before I had to leave Singapore, I got a call from Berlitz, and then they offered me the job. So,
yan, around 2012?
Yeah. So, December 2012.
Pero yung impact ng recession during that time, mahirap pa rin ba talaga? Kasi I remember 3 years before that, nasa Singapore din ako, and it was really difficult to find a job, especially for expats. So, ganun din ba experience mo? Ganun pa rin ba kahirap ang paghahanap talaga nung time mo?
I was discouraged by a lot of people to go to Singapore because it was not easy to find a job there. But I like what I told myself, I have the money, I guess. I said I'm gonna spend this much money and I'm gonna stay there for 2 months. Whatever happens. And if I fail, I just go back home. So, hindi ko na inisip ang inisip ko lang, itatry ko yung best ko maghanap ng trabaho in those 2 months. Kung wala. Kung meron, thank you God. Ganun.
Pero when did you accept the job offer? Parang ano ba yan? Last minute or may remaining ka pa? Stay? Sana.
May remaining days pa ako in my visa. So, but they were able to process everything very quickly. So, I was able to get my IPA. I think it was IPA. And then after that, I was able to process my work visa. And then...
So, na-process yung visa mo, nandun ka talaga? You don't have to go exit?
I didn't have to exit anymore. But after I got my visa, I went back home for like so I went home. I went home right after I got my visa.
Okay.
Because
for a short vacation lang yan.
Kasi yun kasi 'di ba parang
matagalan ka na.
Hindi na parang ito na yung bagong buhay. 2 years, 2 years yung visa na nakuha ko, 2 years, good for 2 years. So I was thinking at that time I was thinking I'll be staying here for 2 years and I won't be living with my family anymore. So I decided to just go home. Right, like the month after I got the visa. So yeah.
Ano yung most challenging part of working outside as an OFW?
I think homesickness pa rin yung kalaban.
Number
homesickness. Although when I was in Singapore, I would go home maybe 3 times a year. So sa Singapore, hindi ko naramdaman yung homesickness masyado.
Dahil sobrang dami ng Pinoy.
Una, madaming Filipino, tapos madaming Filipino restaurants, may Jollibee. And anywhere you go in Singapore, may mga Pilipino.
Kaya
for sure.
Hindi, at saka meron kayong tawag dito, mga na-join na ng mga organization nga, di ba?
So may mga orgs nga na may na madaming Filipino na yung mga professionals na yung kagaya mo kunwari, yung same kayo ng interests and same kayo ng experiences. So parang hindi mahirap na hindi kayo mag-adjust sa situations. Kasi nakakaintindihan kayo. So, dun sa Singapore, madami.
But anyway, talking about yung homesickness, kanina na-mention mo that one of the most difficult parang challenges as an OFW. How do you fight it? Let's say nalulungkot ka or namimiss mo family mo.
Iba yung sa Singapore, iba yung sa Japan. Saan ba? Singapore, Japan?
Both.
Both.
Sa Singapore, paano? Anong mga ginawa mo? Or dyan sa Japan, paano?
Sa Singapore, I think whenever I felt like I miss my family, madali lang umuwi. Sabi ko nga, like 3 times in a year umuwi ako. Tapos every trip was like 10 days long. So almost 2 weeks. So I never really felt homesick when I was in Singapore. Here in Japan, it's a little bit different. Plus, of course, the situation right now, there's a pandemic. So when I came here in 2019, so I had like a year before the pandemic started. But that whole year, I was busy maybe saving up money because I spent so much money the first 2 months living here in Japan. But like homesickness here, I think we're lucky because we have Zoom, we have smartphones, we have video conference apps, so whenever I feel lonely or homesick, I just call my family. So we have a messenger group chat, so we just call each other on that messenger group chat. So yun lang.
Ang laki natin kasi siguro mga 30 years ago tayo nag-abroad, baka mga snail mail pang ginagamit natin.
O kaya long distance na tawag.
Yung mga nasa bus.
Si Ate Princess, may mga stories si Mommy, sabi ni Mommy, nung mga bago-bago pa si Ate Princess sa Australia, like every night tumatawag sa bahay, nag-iiyak, ganyan.
Dahil nalulungkot.
Kasi nalulungkot kasi wala naman siyang kilala dun sa Australia before. Right? So I think we are lucky because we have the technology to help us with deal with homesickness.
Kumusta ang stay mo dyan sa Japan so far?
Struggling.
Ano ba yan? Pandemic related pa rin ba yan o iba na? Personal na?
Pandemic related. At saka ang hirap kasi Japan, not many people speak English. It's very different from Singapore. So from Singapore, at least, diba, people speak English. It's English. So kahit pa paano, makapaggala ka, kung may tanong ka, madali mo lang matatanong, or kung may gusto kang gawin, madali makapag-communicate sa mga tao. So dito medyo malaki yung language barrier, I guess. So which makes it very difficult to make friends, to go out. Tapos may pandemic pa, so parang everything is really difficult at the moment. But I like Japan. I like the food. People are very nice. It's just that I can't communicate with them a lot. So struggle pati magpagupit, hirap na hirap. So every time na magpapagupit ako, parang hindi ko alam this time ba maganda yung gupit, this time ba hindi, kasi hindi kami magkaintindihan.
Wala bang mga Filipino barbershops dyan?
I don't think so. Wala
pa nakikita.
Siguro wala pa ako nakikita. Pero kahit mag-search ka online, I don't think you'd find anything.
Talaga?
Alam ko malaki, I guess malaki yung Filipino community dito, pero walang ano eh. Siguro malaki din naman yung Tokyo, malaki din naman yung Japan. So nasa iba't ibang places around Japan din yung
pero dyan sa area mo where you're staying, wala kang masyadong napapansin na mga
wala akong nakikita.
Kahit mga Filipino stores?
Sa Tokyo may dalawa akong alam na Filipino stores na pinupuntahan ko. So
napuntahan mo na?
Oo naman. Siyempre gusto ko pa rin naman makakain ng corned beef tsaka tocino. Kahit na times 3, times 4 yung
Oo, no? Sobrang mahal ng mga presyo pag ganyan mga Filipino stores. Grabe.
Sobra. Although, I think mas mahal dito compared sa Singapore.
Talaga ba?
Pati yung pagkain dito, yung Filipino food dito, hindi kasi uso yung one set eh. Ang uso dito sa Japan, pag Filipino restaurants, parang buffet style eh. So, big servings.
Magkano ang mga dyan, mga buffet?
Pag tabi hodai, which is buffet, around 1,000.
Ano yun? Ano yung term ulit? Tabi
hodai.
Tabi hodai. Buffet yun.
That's
tabi
buffet.
Hodai. Okay.
That's food. Kasi meron ding nomi hodai. Pag nomi hodai, drink all you can yan.
Nomi. Tabi food.
Yeah.
Nomi drink. Okay.
So,
yung tabi hodai, how much yun in average? Yung
mga 1,500.
Pesos?
So, ang normal na set, yen. So, mga 850 pesos. Pero,
okay.
Kunwari, ang isang set, usually, if you have lunch, makakabili ka ng matinitinong lunch set na 500 yen.
Okay.
Diba? Pero wala silang in-offer na ganun klase sa mga Filipino restaurants. Laging yung pangmaramihan or buffet. So, yeah, last time I went to a Filipino restaurant with my friends, I paid 5,000 yen. Kasi
grabe! Ang mahal!
Grabe nga. Kasi yung time na yun, ngayon, during the pandemic, wala nang tabi hodai. It's usually just they offer like good for 2, good for 3 sizes ng ganyan ng mga plates. Syempre, isang ulam lang yun. Gusto ko minsan lang ako, hindi ako nagluluto. So, minsan ako makatikim ng beefsteak. Minsan ako ng betsang kawali. Nag-order ka na ba dami? So, 5,000 yan.
Pero, ano yun? Naubos mo in a day?
Lunch lang yun. I know, right? So,
grabe.
Pag nag-crave ka talaga, gagastos ka.
Kaya nga. Pero yung food dyan, let's say, yung buffet na yan ay Filipino, no? Yung sinasabi mo?
Filipino.
Pero yung mga Japanese food, di ba mahilig sila sa mga raw, sa mga fresh na
sushi, sashimi.
So,
yung mga kunwari, may mga set na sushi, may isang
pero buffet din ang offering nila o yung mga set, ganyan.
No. Hindi naman lahat buffet. So may mga restaurants or may mga kahit convenience stores nagbebenta ng sushi na bento, na lunchbox, parang ganun.
Pag ganun so, yung order mo, magkano ginagastos mo?
600 yen.
Okay. 600 is around
300 pesos.
Medyo, reasonable na yung ganung price.
Yung mga 600, 500 yan, yun yung average price dito ng isang lunchbox.
Okay. Pero tawag dito, hindi naman ganun palagi ang gastos mo, like in a day.
Lunch lang yun.
Mabubuko
may dinner pa. May dinner pa. Sa Starbucks pa.
Kumusta? May nakita akong post mo sa Starbucks. Ang ganda nung setup. Ano ba yun? Yung first, ano tawag doon? Yung Starbucks dyan sa Japan na pinuntahan mo na parang made out of mga organic materials lang. Yung parang mga wood yung kanyang setup. Saan yun?
Ay, yung Japanese themed Starbucks.
Doon ka talaga nag-Starbucks?
Ano yun? Hindi yun sa Tokyo. So I went to, there are 2 places na medyo Japanese style yung design ng Starbucks. So special Starbucks yun.
Anong difference sa regular Starbucks?
Mas mahal. Kasi madami silang ino-offer, like may specialties, special drinks, may alcoholic beverages sila. So, yun yung mga, I forget the name, but it's a special kind of Starbucks and we have two here in Tokyo. So, if you want to have a different experience, just come to Tokyo.
Oo nga, I'll try. Siguro baka after baka pag maluwag-luwag na, baka by next year. Gusto ko talagang magpunta sa Japan, no? Kung pwede. Talking about moving to a different country. Meron ka bang plans aside from Japan ngayon? Baka naman may iba ka pang gustong mapagtrabahuhan na ibang countries. Iniisip ka ba?
Iisip ko din I was talking to a colleague who's from South Africa, and she told me like there might be some opportunities in Dubai. She said, I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what she mentioned. So I was thinking maybe after Japan, I don't think I'll be staying here for a long time. Like as long as in Singapore, I think. I don't feel at home.
Talaga ba?
Hindi,
baka dahil nga sa pandemic.
Pandemic plus, basta iba yung feeling. I love Japan, but it's not like a place where I can see myself living for a very long time. I'm grateful that I have family here, so I can spend time with them and I can visit them very easily. So, kung wala sila, just go parang, I don't know if I'll stay here longer.
As an OFW working from Singapore to Japan, ano yung parang takeaway mo or ano yung mga natutunan mo as an OFW bilang matagal ka ng OFW?
I think that you can't rely on anyone but yourself. You have to
independence.
You have to be independent, and there's no one else here who will take care of you.
Right.
Like for example, if you get sick, you're on your own, right? No one will give you food, no one will comfort you, no one will take care of you. So if you're an OFW, you have to be prepared for those kinds of eventualities or those situations, right? So you have to be independent, you have to be strong, you have to stay strong for yourself, not just for your friends or family, but just for yourself. And you have to be an adult, I guess. Adulting daw. Kasi, I mean, like, people only see you from your social media accounts, right? In the Philippines, they will see your posts on Instagram or on Facebook, and they'll see only the good stuff. Like, oh, I bought these new shoes, or I bought a new phone, or I have all of these new stuff. But they don't really see what goes on behind those pictures, right? So, or the everyday life. So, it's not easy. Definitely not easy. But it's worth it, I guess. I feel like the experience that you get, you can learn a lot about yourself, and you can grow as a person. I feel like some of the people in the Philippines, their world is just this big. It's like sometimes I feel ganun pa rin sila, hindi nagbabago, which is not a bad thing. But it's also not a good thing. I feel like people need to discover other things, experience different kinds of things outside of their comfort zones. So if you're an OFW, you'll definitely be outside of your comfort zone. At least once, yes, in your life. Like I'm sure now, maybe Vlad, you have your set of friends, your circle of friends, and you have your routine, I guess. Yes. So you're very comfortable now where you are. But for sure, sa isang parte ng buhay mo dyan sa Saudi or sa UAE, naging uncomfortable ka rin or nakaramdam ka rin ng konting hirap. So everyone has to prepare for something like that if you want to live overseas and work overseas. It's not all roses.
I agree. Tsaka ibang klase talaga yung growth na mabibigay sa'yo when you explore outside your comfort zones. Diba? Kasi pag nasa home country ka, let's say, katulad nila, yung mga family members natin na most of the time, they base yung kanilang mga judgments sa kung ano yung nakikita nila sa social media natin, diba? Which is, parang, lang yan eh, kumbaga parang facade lang yan ng ating Kasi, di ba, hindi naman tayo magpo-post ng hindi maganda sa social media.
Masaya na umiiyak. Ano yung mga tanga?
Emo. I mean,
baka sabihan pa tayo nagdadrama tayo.
Correct.
Pag nag-post tayo ng
baka ma-viral ka pa, di ba? So yung evaluation mo dun sa independence, talagang totoo yan. Kasi lalo na ako, late bloomer akong tao. Pero nung narinig ko yung sinabi mo yan na ganyan yung assessment mo sa sarili mo, nakarelate talaga ako. Kasi totoo yan. Totoo yung mga sinabi mo na paano kung nagkasakit ka, mag-isa ka lang, di ba? Pero going back dun sa sinabi mo yun, nagkasakit ka na ba? Nung nasa Singapore ka or diyan sa Japan, at sino nag-alaga sa iyo?
no. O di ako lang. Sa Singapore, kahit sa Singapore, dami akong friends, di ba? Like, nagkasakit ako, may one time na almost gusto ko na magpa-emergency room. Kasi I had some gastric problems. And I still have gastric problems up to now. So,
Mahilig ka sa kape.
Hindi ako umiinom ng kape.
Starbucks.
Ako sa
alak. Yun.
Dito sa Japan, mahilig ko sa alak.
Yun nga. Kaya nga, tataas
Hindi naman nakakaano sa
Alam ko. Pero yung mga ganyan, na-confine ka ba sa ospital at once?
Fortunately, and dahil mabait si Lord, hindi pa naman ako naka-confirm sana, hindi pa naman ako na-admit sa hospital. So sana hindi naman mangyari sa akin na ganung extent. But there have been times when I felt very sick or I had very high fever. Again, like what I said earlier, I have family here. So every once in a while, nangamusta, or I can tell them that, I'm not feeling well or I'm sick. But yung sobrang high fever, naramdaman ko. Tsaka, ayun nga, like what I said, like the one's going to take care of you here. So if I don't make myself some food, I'm not gonna eat. Right?
Paano kung talagang bedridden ka na, hindi mo kayang kumilos, paano ka kakain? Nangyari ba sa iyo?
Walang kain.
Talaga?
The last time I got sick, I had fever, and this was already during the pandemic, but that's not COVID. Gastric problems, and then the complications was I had fever too. So I didn't want to eat. I didn't have the strength to get out of bed. So I was kind of bedridden for a few days. I didn't work for like 5 days. I think I didn't work for 5 days. So eventually I had to eat, right? So I just prepared some congee.
Ano yun?
So yun lang. Congee is like porridge. Ano to?
Japanese?
No. Congee is Chinese.
Parang lugaw. Goto.
Lugaw.
Yeah. Okay.
Goto ba lugaw?
Congee. Okay, sorry. Iba kasi Japanese kasi nasa isip ko. Alam ko nga yan. Sorry. Well, anyway. Talagang mahirap yung situation na yan, no? Pag ganyan. Yeah. Talaga. Oh my God. Ako na-admit ako for an operation. Di ba? Nasa kayo yan?
Nakita ko napanood ko sa YouTube yan.
Pero overnight lang naman. Correct. Yes, thank you. Pero...
Okay ka na ba?
Actually, hindi pa. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi, okay na. Okay na ako. Ang tagal na
drama.
Hindi. Last year pa yun, November pa yun. Pero okay na ako. Sige. At least naman, ang makakapanood ng video na to ay aware na sa iba't ibang challenges na nangyayari sa atin bilang mag-isa lang tayo dito sa ibang bansa. So, dahil dyan, kasi sabi mo nga kanina, hindi talaga lahat naman ang mangyayari sa'yo. Kahit malaking sweldo mo dito ay maganda palagi, di ba? So, hindi naman laging about money ang usapan pag OFW ka. Ano yung message mo? What's your message to those who are planning or at least dreaming of working abroad?
My advice to those people who are aspiring to become an OFW, and they go for it. Just take that chance. Take that chance. Take the first step. Don't be afraid. Make sure that you have enough money. And when you reach your destination, if you don't have a job yet, don't spend. Correct. Try as much as possible to not spend anything. Don't go to the sightseeing places or sightseeing spots. Don't go to the famous places if you don't have a job yet, right? So because you need to save your money, because you have to pay for a lot of things before you even start earning. Right. So my first advice is to not spend. Second is to find your tribe, like make friends. They don't have to be Filipinos. Spread your wings. Meet a lot of different kinds of people and open yourself up to new experiences and just explore the place that you're in, explore the area that you're in. If you're in Singapore, just go around Singapore. If you're in a different country, just go around that country, explore the places if you have time, right? And just enjoy. Don't limit yourself to having Filipino friends or being in the same area for most of your time, right? So just step out of your comfort zone and try to experience new things and be brave and enjoy every minute of it.
Correct. Thank you, Francis, thank you for that wonderful message.
Scripted yan, Gladys. Yes.
Kaya nga wala na akong masabi kasi ina-analyze ko pa yung sasabihin mo. Pero anyway, kala mo yun na yung last na question ko sa'yo. Meron akong mga surprise question sa'yo.
I think it's already time.
Hindi ganon. Hindi. Pinrepare ko lang to para just in case may konting thrill naman ang ating magiging usapan. Pero I'm sure familiar ka na dito. Hindi naman ganun kahirap na question to. Ano lang to?
Math to, di ba? Pag math to, sorry, bobo ako sa math.
Ako, huwag mo akong asahan about numbers. Wala rin akong alam dyan. Anyway, ito ay fast talk. So,
yes. Tito Boy.
Yes, Tito Boy. Susunod. Anyway, hindi. So, fast talk lang. Tignan lang natin kung hindi pa naapektuhan ng pandemic ang mga utak natin. So,
parang apektuhan na.
Ganon. So, hindi, magiging fast talk pa din naman to. So, ang unang question is, ballad or R&B?
R&B.
R&B? Talaga ba, Francis? Gusto mo mag-video okay tayo ngayon?
Okay, naman, I think tanggap ko naman sa sarili ko na hindi ako soloista talaga. So, yung mga ballads, ibibigay ko sa'yo.
Naalala ko yung mga kinakanta mo pa eh. Kaya hindi ako maniwala R&B. Anyway,
Mandy lang kinakanta natin.
Hindi, may isa pa, yung sa South Border.
Oh, ano yun?
Sa South Border yung...
Alin doon?
Ano ba yung title ng Tagalog
Kahit
song na yun? Hindi. Basta Tagalog song yun. Parang, ano ba yung title nun? Haba natin ang gabi, may mga ganun na. R&B? Talaga ba? Lagi mong pinapasakin sa video, okay? Sige nga.
Lagi ba?
Oo. Yun na naalala kong kanta mo bukod sa Mandy. Anyway, next question. Sneakers, leather?
Sneakers.
Okay. Sunrise, sunset?
Sunset.
Scrambled, sunny side up?
Scrambled.
Hot or cold?
Middle.
Walang ganun. Hot or cold?
Right now it's summer.
Oh.
It's too hot. And ayoko naman ng winter din because it's too cold. So I don't know. I'm not comfortable in both seasons.
So or.
So doon ako sa spring and autumn.
Anyway, next question. Weekdays, weekends?
Weekends.
Okay. Brain, beauty?
Both.
Isa lang.
Hirap eh. O di brain na nga lang. Kasi beauty fades. Beauty fades, but they think a good conversationalist is much better.
Oh, yan. May wisdom pa tuloy tayo nakuha. Anyway, next. Perfect job or perfect relationship?
Perfect.
Job. Okay, anyway.
Ang hirap naman ng perfect relationship. Gusto ko may konting challenge sa relationship.
Uy, pag na-experience mo yan, baka sabihin mo madali lang. Anyway. Next. Social media. Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram.
Lights off, lights on.
Lights off.
Okay.
Off.
Okay. Cat or dog?
I like both.
Talaga. Okay, sige. No sleep, no food.
No sleep.
If you are... wala nang bawian.
Ano yung sabihin nun? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Hindi ko gets.
Basta, yun lang yun.
Okay,
No food or no sleep. Okay, sige. If you are a dish, what would you be?
Beef steak, because that's my favorite.
Yung
beef steak. Beef
okay.
steak.
Bistek, okay. So, song you keep listening to over and over again?
Lately, Ben and Ben songs.
Wow! Ano? R&B pa ba tayo niyan? Okay. So, ang senti ng mga kanta nun, nakikinig din ako sa kanila, in fairness. Ang gaganda ng mga kanta nila.
Yeah, Ben and Ben has its own sound. So I like the sound of Ben and Ben. So
they're really good.
At saka may mga messages naman yung mga kanta nila.
Tama. Okay, last. Hello, goodbye.
Hello.
Open for new
goodbyes
challenges.
Are sad.
Correct.
Goodbyes are sad.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't like goodbyes.
I agree. Okay, thank you very much, Francis. You made it to the end of this video.
I made it. Oh my God, finally.
Thank you so much. Alam mo, ang hirap kumuha ng gantong or makakuha ng taong magko-contribute ng magandang content sa video. And nung in-invite kita, nag-hesitate talaga ako kasi alam ko na medyo private kang tao eh. So hindi ko in-expect na ganito yung magiging answer mo. So thank you very much for finding your time.
Ano in-expect mo?
Iba pa.
No comment, ganun.
Ganun.
Mga one-sentence answers.
Na hindi magtatagal ng 30 minutes ang interview natin, mga ganun.
I know, right? Damn.
Kaya nga, you've changed a lot, Francis.
Well, I'm
diba?
old.
Change is good. Diba?
Change is good.
Correct.
Change is good.
So, anyway, yun nga. Again, thank you very much for finding time. And I hope na yung mga makakapanood ay talagang maraming natutunan sa ating sa pag-share mo ng iyong mga experience at sa journey mo bilang OFW. Hindi lahat talaga ay merong mga success stories, di ba? Hindi lahat may happy memories working abroad. Pero you just proved a point na kung talagang yung mga natutunan mo, like yung independence or being yung parang not spending too much of your resources, ay talagang malaking tulong, di ba? In making a point na talagang OFW, sabi ko nga sa kanila, ang OFW ay mga ordinary persons then with extraordinary dreams. And with that, I hope na nagustuhan talaga ng maraming na makakapanood ng mga millions of subscribers natin. Wow! Ang videos na to. And dahil nagugustuhan nila, in the future, series kasi to magkakaroon tayo ng marami pang mga guests na mga OFWs. And may expect nila na mas marami pang masasayang mga experiences ang may share ng ating mga next guests. So with that, thank you very much. And I hope na nag-enjoy talaga sila. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe ang ating YouTube channel para naman maging updated sila sa lahat ng mga content na na-upload natin. Again, Francis, thank you ha. Ingat ka dyan sa Japan. And I hope to see you soon.
Ingat ka din dyan, Vlads. Yeah, I hope to see you soon in person. I don't know when that will be.
Oo nga, grabe. Almost 10 years na tayo hindi nagkikita. My goodness. Basta by next year, if I have the chance, punta ako sa Japan. Sana okay na rin kayo dyan.
Sana okay na rin dito.
And if you, just in case, you'll make it here in Dubai, mas malapit ka sa akin, so pwede tayo magkita. Dubai is just 4 hours away from Saudi. So,
yun pala eh. Game.
Yes, magkikita tayo. Yay, thank you. God bless, Francis. See you soon.
God bless, Vlad. Thank you for having me. And like and subscribe to Vladdy's channel.
Thank you. You're welcome then. Bye.
Bye.
Ingat.